XRP to $10,000. Is it all part of the plan from the get-go with Freemasons that have to do with the Matrix? Riddles decoded from Bearable Guy 123, who's actually behind this account that has been posting every single Christmas Eve for the past few years. What this has to do with Elon Musk recently posting about Kecius Maximus and Perseverance. We're uncovering the secret gematria behind these specific names and what they're telling us in plain sight about what's to come next, not only for the financial system, for the Federal Reserve, what Jerome Powell had to say that ties back to the Grateful Dead, Ripple, the true origins of the Ripple logo based on the golden ratio and why this matters to you, and how this is all connected to Stellar's XLM, The Economist, their new logo going all the way back to 1988, and all of the facts to show you what's about to happen next. That way you can be prepared to make the most amount of money possible. So if you guys love uncovering conspiracy theories to get to the truth, then you're going to absolutely love this video. Comment 777 if you're feeling blessed. If you're feeling bullish, let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So to kick this video off, we're starting out with this picture right here with the bear. We got the knight, the three horses marching towards the castle that says USD, XRP, and Bitcoin. And there's a lot going on in this picture that we're going to dissect, but we got Bearable Guy 123 posted this on December 24th of just this last year, got 2.6 million views. Now, for those of you guys that aren't familiar with this account, Bearable Guy 123, you can go look it up on Twitter. There's about 108,000 followers. It is followed by the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. So Brad is definitely aware of this account, and it's been under question of who is actually behind this account and why are they posting these cartoon riddles. Is this just for fun, or is there a secret society meaning behind these pictures that this account is trying to tell us for what's coming for the new financial system? So let's talk about it in this video. Now, as you guys know, just recently, Brad Garlinghouse posted this picture with Stuart Alderati and Donald Trump, where they had dinner with him, saying strong start to 2025. So, you know, they discussed the lawsuit. The chief legal officer was there. In the backdrop, we have this picture of two boats sailing in what looks like stormy seas. Very, very similar to this picture right here with the boat sailing through stormy seas with the bear at the top looking forward. So some people have made the reference here. And we also have green candles behind Brad's head and Stuart's head right here. And if you guys didn't see my previous post on Twitter in November talking about conspiracy theorists is a phrase the ignorant use to define the diligent, we uncovered the number 589, which, as you know, Brad Garlinghouse, he follows 589 people, and it came out to the exact same number as Donald Trump in Jewish gematria. It also came out as ISO XRP. It came out as a storm is coming and Ripple the bull. Now, 589 also is Thomas Anderson. Now, for those of you guys that have seen the movie The Matrix, Thomas Anderson, aka Neo, worked at a place called Metacortex, and the X in Metacortex is simply the XRP logo turned sideways. Now, one thing that's interesting about it is if you enter in Thomas Anderson, not only does it come up as 589, the same as Donald Trump, Ripple the bull, but if you enter in Metacortex as well too on his badge right here that you can see in this image, it comes up as 647. If we just scroll down here, look at the first thing that pops up: Ripple XRP, then Metacortex, then XRP Ripple. Also, if we scroll down here, the Simpsons comes up, the Phoenix comes up. So there's clearly something going on here that we need to dig deeper into. This is just too weird of a coincidence to be random here, so keep watching. So where does this whole $10,000 price prediction for XRP come into play? And is that a pipe dream, or is that actually possible? Because a lot of people are saying that market cap doesn't matter when you factor in utility, but currently XRP's price sitting at $2.53 with a market cap of $145 billion and a circulating supply of 57 billion XRP. What determines the price of a cryptocurrency right now is when you take the market cap and you divide it by the circulating supply. So in this case, it'd be $145.4 billion. Divide that by 57 we'll just say 5 billion XRP in circulation. That's about 2.52, which is roughly 2.53, the same price as XRP. And if you round it up, it's 2.53. So people argue that market cap doesn't matter when you factor in derivatives, foreign exchange volume, real world assets being tokenized on chains, and other factors that would absolutely explode XRP's price, and how the price is predetermined to be $10,000 by the IMF. Now, let's connect the dots here and you can make up your own mind, because Elon Musk, as you guys know, is a big gamer. He plays video games in his downtime because he's got a hyperactive mind. And in a recent video game that's being posted all over Twitter called Path of Exile, which very coincidentally enough has a pirate theme to it. Although this game is not new, it launched back in 2013. Scottie Pippen, the guy who used to play with Jordan, posted this saying, "Momentum isn't built on reliance, it's built on resilience. Leaders don't fall, they rise again." Kekius Maximus is proof. Elon Musk, and it says, "Rest in peace, Kekius Maximus." And if you scroll down here, Elon just a few days ago said, "I've started a new character called Perseverance." Now, if we go to the Gematria calculator, Kekius Maximus right here comes up as 984 in Hebrew, 1056 in English, and 176 in just simple Gematria. So if we look at the English Gematria, it says meaning of numbers, back to the future, level playing field. And what do you know? XRP The Storm right next to the Wizard of Oz. You are chosen. Exit the Matrix. Justice is coming. Trump meets God. And if we look up XRP The Storm, it comes out as 903, 1056, and 176. And the results under the Jewish Gematria are all systems go, $10,000, Supreme Court, and John Deaton right here as well too. So tell me this, why did Elon Musk choose the name Kekius Maximus for his video game? Is it just random, or does he know about Gematria? Because for it to show up XRP The Storm, while Ripple has been going through the storm fighting the SEC in this grueling lawsuit that is already over, we're just seeing it play out in real time because XRP is not a security on the secondary market, which is symbolizing the dark days on the left-hand side of the ship and a brighter future on the right-hand side of the ship. So when I say the lawsuit's over, it's because the dark days are behind us and XRP has already made it through the storm. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Elon Musk said he created a new character. And what is this character's name? Perseverance. So why would he choose that name? Well, if we look at this picture right here of the ship with the knight and the bear at the top, what is the name of the boat? It says Perseverancia. If we go on ChatGPT and ask, does that mean the same as perseverance? Yes, in Spanish, it has the same meaning as perseverance in English. Both words refer to the quality of continuing to pursue a goal or maintain effort despite difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. That has been a big theme of Ripple. Now, if you guys haven't seen the video yet already from notfinancialadvice.crypto, I highly recommend you check it out. Talking about this image specifically right here, where you can see the boat in the backdrop, they've made landfall and now they're trotting on the horses to the castle here, and who the bear could potentially be. But listen to this.
First, Bearable Guy 123's latest riddle. When this first dropped, many of you know the Lone Ranger theme jumped right out at me and I tweeted my findings. Then, after further research, it became clear the Lone Ranger was being symbolized. The bear wore the same style neckerchief as the Lone Ranger, carried the same exact gun, and even the show's main theme was perseverance. Anyway, after being sent this post by Unbearable Guy on X, it made me wonder if Elon Musk could be represented by the Lone Ranger, and thus be who the bear is referring to somehow. The man with a mysterious persona and pioneering spirit who uses unconventional methods to better society. And after further research, I became somewhat convinced. For one, many people compare Elon to the Lone Ranger all the time. And even his name, Elon, can be rearranged to spell lone. Plus, there's also some pretty strong connections between the bear and Elon out there. For example, Elon has used the term regulatory molasses, which is a feature of one of the bear's riddles.
We're being massively slowed down by regulatory molasses.
He's tweeted that his favorite meme involves a bear. He worked on a video game called Lodestar in the 90s, which is the same title BG named his essays. And there's even speculation he and PayPal founder Peter Thiel have wallets on the XRPL that have interacted with each other in the past. So whether the bear is Elon himself or is simply referencing Elon through the bear, we can't be sure. But doesn't it seem like there might be something there? It made this tweet from Moultrie Patriot that much more interesting to me. A pic of Elon wearing a black mask exactly like the Lone Ranger. And that tweet was actually a reply to the Right Wabbits tweet, who mentioned the mask the Lone Ranger and bear are wearing is called a domino mask, which is popularly worn at the Carnival of Venice. Well, there you have Elon wearing his black domino mask in Venice. What do you think? Could the Lone Ranger symbolize Elon in BG's riddle? And I know it's a long shot, but considering the strange connections Elon has to the riddles, could he somehow be involved with the creation of these riddles himself? And what about this? Mark Heimer tweeted that a new movie is coming to Netflix on the 10th of January called Bank of Dave 2, The Lone Ranger. And this comes just 2 weeks after BG dropped his Lone Ranger riddle. Kind of weird timing, right? Also this, more on the Lone Ranger from Bank XRP. The Lone Ranger is famous for leaving a silver bullet at the scene of his interventions. This became his signature, symbolizing his commitment to justice and often serving as a calling card or warning. Silver in the context of the Lone Ranger also refers to his horse, named Silver. Alright, so we have a silver bullet, a silver horse, lots of silver themes going on here. And here's another one, from Mr. Big Time on X. The actor who played the Lone Ranger's sidekick Tonto was actually named Jay Silverheels. I mean, what are the chances? And I find these references to silver interesting because XRP is the complementary silver payments mechanism to Bitcoin's gold store of value mechanism, as mentioned in this video. And then we have this, from Flux on XRPL. If the knight is riding silver and the bear is riding scout, then the books of the ledger are riding Victor, and Victor is the horse of the Lone Ranger's nephew. So the point is the books are on top of victory. I looked into the Lone Ranger's nephew and found his name was Dan Reed Jr., and it turns out he wore an orange neckerchief, the same color the bear is wearing. Not only that, it turns out he had a native friend named Little Bear. Not sure if or how this works into the larger puzzle yet, but wanted to share those finds. Finally, I thought this was interesting too, but it might be more of a reach. From Dante16 on X. The man the Lone Ranger is based on is named Bass Reeves, and apparently one of the highlights of his biography involves attacking his slave owner following a heated argument during a poker game. It does appear a heated argument could be taking place during BG's poker riddle, but I'm not sure if the two can be directly connected. And there might be more to this as it relates to the Wild West too, because the Wild West seems to be one of the main themes of the overall crypto presentation. What do you guys think?
So I personally don't believe in coincidences. I believe everything is orchestrated, planned in advance for decades, which is why on the name tag of Thomas Anderson in the Matrix, it says 1996, the exact same year. This document right here titled How to Make a Mint, the Cryptography of Anonymous Electronic Cash, was published 1996, the same year, by the NSA, the National Security Agency. So this is not a coincidence, guys. And in the document under references, we see the guy by the name of Tatsuaki Okamoto, very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto. I've covered this in previous videos, but when we search his name right here on the Gematria calculator, it comes up as Leave the World Behind, the Hidden Key Code of God. It's going to be biblical, Great Tribulation, Keanu Reeves, Smoke and Mirrors, Big Inflation Increase, Find the Hidden Meanings. Now what's interesting is in the Netflix movie called Leave the World Behind, it was produced by who? Barack and Michelle Obama. The movie shows how a cyber attack caused a major blackout in the United States. And in this scene right here where the family's on the beach and they just see a boat at a long distance away and they're just staring at it, they're not thinking too much of it, where the parents are just sitting there, you know, snacking on some food, eating chips or something like that, watching it. Nothing to worry about. You know, this lady's sleeping right here. The son's taking a nap, of course, just lounging by the beach. The dad is snoozing and the mom, she's reading her book. Well, all of a sudden she starts to notice something. What does she notice? Well, the boat's getting closer. It's coming right up on shore. She's like, hey, hey, wake up. I'm not going to play the audio for copyright reasons, but should we be concerned about this, basically? He's like, wow, huh? Well, that's pretty close. Look at this. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. I'm going to show you. In Hollywood, what do? They set up scenes, and every single thing is calculated. It's very orchestrated. There's not just going to be any random thing put in a scene because the director is meticulous with how they organize the screenplay, the screenwriting, and what the actors say. That's why there's a script. Everything is scripted here. Look at this lifeguard tower. It says keep off, lifeguards only. Now, why would they put that there? Well, let's just put it into the Gematria calculator and find out. So the results by Jewish Gematria. Obviously, there's a lot of random stuff on here, but a few key things stick out. Number one would be perseverance. Number of a man, Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump. And underneath the English Gematria, it says the secret mystical code. And right here, XRP Storm is coming. So what is it about XRP Storm is coming? XRP The Storm, perseverance, and the bearable guy, Tatsuaki Okamoto, and the Federal Reserve have in common. Well, right here, the FedWire Fund Service. I showed you guys this on March 10th. They're going to be having a single day implementation strategy, which will sunset the existing FedWire application interface and replace it with the ISO 20022 messaging standard. Now, ISO 222 and cryptocurrencies has been posted all over the place recently talking about the compliant cryptocurrencies. Whereas when we look right here, cryptocurrencies are not inherently ISO compliant. There is a lot of confusion and misleading information on the web referring to ISO 222 compliant cryptocurrencies, but those statements are not correct. So the cryptocurrencies are not managed and not registered by ISO 222. ISO 222 is a global standard for financial messaging and provides a common language and structure for exchanging financial information. So the ISO standard managing digital token identifiers is ISO 24165. Now, while the financial institutions and payment systems have adopted or are in the process of adopting ISO 222, like the Federal Reserve, cryptocurrencies generally operate outside the traditional financial system and do not adhere to the ISO 222 standard by default. They have their own protocols and messaging formats that are specific to each cryptocurrency's blockchain network. Now, thanks to SWIFT and the Chainlink standard, a large chunk of the tokens are going to be compatible with ISO 222. So like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, XLM, XTC, Quant, ADA, Algorand, etc. This is why Chainlink seems to be the core of SWIFT SR 2025. And so this is why recently we just saw a partnership between Ripple and Chainlink to integrate this. Now, this is over a lot of people's heads. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I do want to show you something very, very interesting with the head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, and what he said about a year ago. But before I do, a lot of people have asked us, how can they get funding for a new or existing business, for real estate, for crypto, or other passive income opportunities with as low as 0% interest and no collateral required? All you need to do right now is click the link in the description below this video, and it'll take you to a page that looks like this. You just put in how much funding you're looking to obtain, which best describes you. I own a business or I want to start a business, and what is your monthly income or business revenue, and then go through the entire process. And the reason why I bring this up is because as I get further into this video and we talk about what's going to happen to the altcoin market, a lot of people have reached out wondering how they can scale their capital if they don't necessarily make enough from their job, or they want to start a business or do whatever they want with that capital. The key to making money in crypto is having a lot of money to invest into crypto. And so this is one of the best ways to do that, as long as you have a 680 credit score or higher. Now, if you don't, then we can help you improve your credit score by going through the link in the description below. So check that out. I know you're going to love it. But look at this. Look at what Jerome Powell said when asked about the Grateful Dead.
Back in 1995, I worked here in Congress as an intern for Dick Gephardt. I was in his press office, and we had newspapers, where my job would be to clip out the articles and paste them on a sheet. But when I was here in 95, the Grateful Dead were playing. It was one of Jerry Garcia's last concerts, and I was just so disappointed that I missed that concert. But was excited to see that from public reporting that you were at the most recent Dead and Company show. I've been to this version with John Mayer and enjoyed it, but we weren't here. How was the show? Did you like it?
Oh, it was terrific. What can I say? So it was great. I've been a Grateful Dead fan for 50 years. So.
Well, I've found one universal truth that I like people who like the Grateful Dead. So.
Now, one thing that's interesting about this is secret society members, 33-degree Masons, whether it be the Skull and Bones, the Brotherhood, they have secret things that they tell each other. And then they ask each other certain questions to basically uncover who's in the club and who isn't. So if you're not a part of the club, you won't know what they're talking about unless you're subscribed to the channel, and we uncover and we decode what's going on. So for example, on YouTube, if I type in Grateful Dead Ripple, 4 years ago, they came out with a music video titled Ripple. Now, that could just be a coincidence, right? Because the word ripple, ripples in the water, it could just be random. But if we go to the Gematria calculator and we type in Grateful Dead, the first thing that pops up is Ethereum on the Jewish Gematria calculator. Now, it's interesting how he says, I like people who like the Grateful Dead. And go figure how Ethereum got a free pass with the SEC. It also pops up as court. And there might be some other things that I'm missing because, as you guys can see, like facial recognition, the queen, and differentialism. So you can look into a lot of this and you can dissect it how you want. But one thing that stands out to me is the standard and triskelion. Also under English Gematria, we have Starlink. But if you look up the word triskelion, you can see this symbol right here. Now, what's interesting about this is if you look at the Ripple logo, it not only looks like the triskelion, but it is the triskelion. Watch this.
So it's symbolized by 5, this a Greek symbol. But the golden ratio is it's a math, A plus B over B, when it equals A over B is what? Well, it's about 1.61809897. If you pull out those geometric differences in those circles, you end up with these Fibonacci sequences. Organized a different way, you start to see network structure, where you've got hubs and you've got less important hubs in a network. And so out of that, we create a logo called the Triskelion, which is our Ripple logo. A logo called the Triskelion, which is our Ripple logo. But it really does come out of that math principle of the golden ratio.
So sacred geometry follows Fibonacci numbers, the golden ratio. So if you guys don't think the elite are aware of gematria, sacred geometry, Fibonacci, things that are happening in the spirit world, then you got a lot to learn, my friend. I made a video about 4 days ago titled Ripple XRP versus XLM, Elon Musk X Money, XRP and XLM partnership that will shock the world. So here's one thing that's interesting that you already know. Elon Musk is launching X payments and X money, and the co-founder of Ripple from 2011-2013, Jed McCaleb, he also created Stellar's XLM, currently the CEO of Stellar's XLM. He also created Vast. Now, Vast partnered with SpaceX, so the CEO of Stellar is working with Elon Musk. And interestingly enough, we see Starlink has an X, SpaceX has an X, X.com has an X. Elon is launching X payments. And in quote, he said, half the global financial system. So the real question is, what blockchain could be used? Look at the symbology in Stellar's logo, X.com's logo, and also how the Grateful Dead comes up as Starlink and Triskelion, which is what they used to create the Ripple logo. I mean, guys, come on. These are too many coincidences to just be called random here. So let's dive a little bit deeper and let's just look up Stellar XLM on the Gematria calculator. What stands out to me is prophecy is a Elon Musk plan. Great awakening. A star is born. Could that be hinting at the Corona Borealis, the explosion that is going to be coming soon? Financial reset. We even have Dizzy Diddy right there, whatever that means. And you guys remember this magazine right here that you saw in previous videos from The Economist, posted in 1988 saying, get ready for a world currency. And it has the logo on the center of the coin. It says 10 Phoenix. It says 2018, but it has a circle with a dash through it, very similar to XLM's logo, right? Well, if we go to stellar.org, the foundation's website, they said announcing the new Stellar's logo. Their old logo used to be a rocket ship, and ideally it should nod to Stellar's past. If the logo can't be a cartoon rocket ship, it could at least hearken to Stellar's more playful space exploratory days. So Elon Musk, obviously very interested in space. He has SpaceX, Starlink. Stellar CEO Jed McCaleb created Vast, partnered with Elon Musk. The final requirement involved is when in the future, when Stellar is a global monetary standard, the logo will need to work in line. So you can type it in a sentence like you do with the dollar, the euro, the pound, the yen. And it says the Unicode symbol for stellar lumens might not exist yet, but one day it will. So the logo should come prepared. Now, their initial explorations led us to a series of circles with strikes through them. And the first one right here is the exact same logo. It's right here on the center of the coin for the Phoenix, written about in 1988. So when I say they've been planning this for decades, they just show us it right in front of our face and they make minor modifications. So it's not super obvious, but it's still pretty obvious in my opinion. Also, one thing that's interesting here is if we scroll down here, look at the color code right here. We have yellow, orange, purple, green. This is the exact same color code that Bearable Guy 123 has been using in his cartoons. We have yellow, purple, green. Right here, look at the walkway. We have yellow, purple, green. Look at the flags. We have yellow, purple, green. Look at the color on the bell. We have yellow, purple, green. Look at the color on the stockings on the Christmas Eve photo from 2021. We have yellow, purple, green. Even right here, Hollywood has been telling us this. Look at Interstellar, the movie. It even has the word stellar in it, and it has the circle with the dash through it. So it's no wonder why when we look at the chart for XRP to the US dollar, on the exact same time the XRP exploded from 50 cents upwards of nearly $3, XLM exploded from under 10 cents all the way upwards of 60 cents. It's because both of these currencies are going to be used in the new financial system. It's not just a coincidence here. This isn't just random people buying up these currencies, guys. We're talking about $145 billion market cap for XRP, and XLM has a $12.8 billion market cap. So in my opinion, I do think XLM could see even bigger gains than XRP, especially if Elon Musk integrates the Stellar blockchain within X payments and then potentially uses XRP to bridge global liquidity through his platform specifically alongside, central banks, different payment providers. There's going to be a lot of competition in the space because obviously you have like Visa, they don't just dominate all of the credit cards. You have MasterCard, you have American Express. So there's going to be a lot of payment giants that are capitalizing on these two projects. And if you look over the past 7 days, while Bitcoin is down nearly 8%, Ethereum is down 15%, XRP is up 4%, BNB down 6, Solana down 16, Dogecoin down 12, Cardano down 13. So virtually everything is down right now in the top 10 to 20%, other than XRP, up 4%. So while XRP is up significantly from early November, sitting over $2.50, I think XRP is still going to do incredibly well the rest of this bull run this year. But I don't just hold XRP because I do think there are going to be other currencies that are going to be important for the new financial system, and also some good short-term to mid-term trades as well too to scale my capital faster so I can accumulate more long-term large cap projects like XRP or XLM. If you guys want to learn more about that, then consider joining Altcoin Pro University through the link below. But we are having an Altcoin Pro Connect event coming up January 26th through the 28th, very, very soon at the end of this month. And I want you guys to check out the update below. It's a quick 3-minute video talking about that. We have the event schedule right here. We rented out a mansion for a week, so you guys can come meet us in person, hang out. We're going to have a lot of wealthy, successful investors, crypto traders, and business owners out there. So we're going to be talking a lot about crypto, business, marketing, all sorts of things. You can come hang out with us for a few days and enjoy yourself in person out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Read this post right here. I can't wait to meet you guys in person. So check that out right now. And if this is your first time on the channel or you've been watching the channel for a while and you haven't joined Altcoin Pro University yet, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University through the link below. And although we make no guarantees because crypto is definitely risky, guys, this is only $97 a month or $970 a year. If you want to save $194, getting 2 months for free and unlock some exclusive bonuses, just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers to help you become the first millionaire in your family tree. If that's a goal of yours, our goal is to help 1,000 members set their portfolio up for life this month. And you can get started through the link in the description below right now, or you can go to bullrunners.com to take advantage of the bonuses we're giving you before they expire. Everyone is loving the community. They're loving the education. They're getting access to real-time altcoin picks first before we ever make videos about them. So click the link in the description below, watch the video, and I'll see you on the inside.